I didn't jack off for 100 days and here's what happened. The benefits of semen retention. 5 ways to increase your testosterone by semen retention. I can't believe it. Literally even saying this out loud, even having to be here making this video, the state of self-improvement and self-help on YouTube and just the manosphere and the men's movement on YouTube has fallen so far that there are men bragging on the internet, making full-length videos, full subreddits about how they get no bitches. There's no better way to put it. Literally, I get 0 women is now an accomplishment for men. What we're talking about here is one of the most primal needs in man, sex. It is what you were designed and put on this earth for, at least from a biological evolutionary perspective. Newsflash, you're not going to spontaneously combust if you have sex with a woman. If you're in a relationship with a woman, you can still take your cold shower, you can still get all your work done, you can still go make millions of dollars. Trust me, I would know. If you want to have more cognitive focus, have better relationships with women, and be the best version of yourself, keep watching this video because that's what I'm going to be covering here and how it relates to the myth of semen retention. I'm saving the whole male race one video at a time. So strap in, get your headphones on, whether you're at the gym, you're on a walk, I'm doing you a huge favor. You're welcome. Semen retention is a cop-out for actually achieving something. If you'd like to prove to yourself that you're mentally tough, resilient, capable of doing hard things, why not just go do something real, something in the physical world that requires those things? Why not get in the fucking boxing gym? Why not jump in the ring and spar for the first time? Just ask yourself this. Did Genghis Khan practice semen retention? You realize when you're on semen retention and you're watching these semen retention YouTube videos and on semen retention Reddit, you have literally created a literal online circle jerk. You guys are all circle jerking each other, which is ironic because you're supposed to not be jerking off. So why would you create a circle jerk when you're supposed to not be jerking it? Genghis Khan accomplished more than any of you ever will in your entire life. And he was definitely not retaining his seed. I mean, his genetics, his genes are in like 1% or 10% of the population. I don't even know what the metric is. We'll have it on screen. How was he able to conquer most of the known world at the time, get more done than you doing your little workout routine, taking a cold shower, going to the gym once, working 2 hours, doing research on your business? How is he fucking out here conquering lands and he's not retaining his seed? He's jizzing. If it's not clear already, not jerking off is not an accomplishment. Crazy that self-help and self-improvement has gotten to the stage where I even need to say that. But motivation and semen retention. Let's just be honest here for a second. How many times have you seen a guy who's not a total geek advocate for semen retention? The problem with semen retention is that people are making it seem like being with a woman is a bad thing, where the real devil here is cheap dopamine. Should you avoid pornography? Yes, of course. I definitely don't advocate masturbating or jerking off because it is the complete opposite of the masculine aura. The whole semen retention conversation is a distraction, and deep down, the community knows this because the real devil here, like I talked about, is cheap pleasure, cheap dopamine. And if you want to have laser-like motivation, instead of abstaining from being with real women in the physical world in the 3D, where you actually have to go out and do something and accomplish something in order to get the reward, why not just remove all the bullshit social media and electronics from your house? Make it so that your environment is so boring that the only dopamine you can get is from being out and about working towards your goals. When I lived in Los Angeles, I didn't have a fucking TV. I lived there for over a year. In my bedroom, I had a bed with a fucking $99 Amazon bed frame. I had a desk for getting work done, and I had a kitchen. I had a futon, and I had a ping pong frat boy table in my apartment. That was all I needed. And I had some of my most profitable months in that apartment because there was nothing else to do but work. Removing pornography is probably the only real benefit that the semen retention community talks about. People say, oh, women are so much more attracted to me when I'm on semen retention. They can smell the retention. They can sense it, the aura. It's like a magnet. It's like, well, you're going to retain your seed anyways. So are you on semen retention just to get women anyways? Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? If spending the night with a woman is enough to kill your desire, kill your lust for life, kill your spirit, your drive to achieve your goals, if it's enough to destroy your ambitions, then how bad do you really want it? That's the real issue here. If it called to you deep down in your spirit and you really wanted to go out and achieve something, your goals and ambitions were so big that you had to go after them, it wouldn't matter if you fucking busted a nut or not. You're gonna go after it relentlessly because you actually actually want it. People always say, oh, but fighters don't have sex before fights. Yet the two greatest fighters of all time, John Jones and Floyd Mayweather, had this to say.
1 week before every fight, I would go out and I would get blacked out wasted. And my logic was, if this guy were to beat me somehow, I can look myself in the mirror and say, I lost because I got hammered the week before the fight.
I beat you after a weekend of cocaine. And prostitutes.
Yes, you heard that right. John Jones would literally do cocaine with hookers the week before a fight. And he's the greatest of all time with virtually no losses. If he's one of the greats, then why is he able to seemingly break all of these rules? And again, for context, I personally don't drink alcohol. I've never done any drugs. I haven't drank alcohol in over a year now. As I'm filming this, I'm not advocating for degeneracy here. All I'm saying is that the fragile rules and simplistic thinking that comes from self-improvement don't hold up in the real world, especially when it comes to achieving some form or some degree of greatness. Floyd Mayweather, for example.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me.
He notoriously had a bad diet, yet he was always in shape and always looked like he could box another 12 rounds at the end of his fights. Why is it that there are greats that can seemingly break all the rules? If you can break all the rules and still be great, then how valuable is the rule? Now, me dunking on semen retention here does not mean I'm encouraging you to jerk off and masturbate either. I'm simply pointing out the stupidity and the lack of consistency of semen retention and how it's really just masking the symptoms and not addressing the root cause. History and physiology. For a lot of men, if they don't masturbate for more than a few days or a couple weeks, they'll end up having a wet dream and busting it out anyways. You can't go against your own physiology. Speaking of physiology, the evidence for semen retention is dubious and half true at best. The whole idea that, oh, women, they can smell the retention on me. This is perhaps the most ironic part, is that people are like, oh, you know, people just treat you differently. I feel like I'm in attack mode. It makes me really, really strong. Why isn't your current situation in life enough to create that energy for you? Again, it goes back to the fact that you just don't fucking want it. Because if you did, you wouldn't need perfect conditions. And this is why overall, I don't have a lot of respect for the semen retention community, because like I said, man, you're just kind of a geek if you're on semen retention, like just being honest. And this is why whenever I'm taking advice from somebody, I ask myself, do I want what they have? If I want what they have, then I will consider potentially listening to them. These semen retention guys obviously have no bitches. Do you want no bitches? Some of the best experiences in my life, period, have been in the company of a woman. The times where I've been totally wrecked in business, physically, when I've had fucking terrible physical ailments in my life, what helped me through those situations? What helped me through those dark times? The fucking healing superpower, majestic nature of a woman who was there. And you may think that sounds soft or whatever it is, but that is why men and women are designed to be together. That is why women and their feminine energy is nurturing and healing. It is not only for the children that they are able to create and bring to bear and bring to birth, it is also for the men in their life, because the men have the role of protecting and providing and going out and living this vast life of experience and action. And when that vast life of experience and action inevitably beats the shit out of you and beats you down and you're close to your breaking point, you have a woman in your life who can nurture and take care of you and help you as you build yourself back up. So if you want to get no bitches, that's totally fine. It's against your evolution. It makes you a geek, and you're just missing out. Like, the question to ask yourself is not, do I want to retain my seed and fucking bullshit myself about how I can levitate and people are more attracted to me? It's like, why aren't people attracted to you now? Why aren't you already so high value and so inspiring and so compelling to people that you can't attract them, whether you fucking busted or not and slept with a girl the night before or not? For thousands of years, the greats have pondered what exactly is our purpose as humans. And the conclusion many of the greats have come to is that on a biological level, a man's purpose, a human's purpose, is to procreate, to reproduce. You are literally designed to jizz, which is the opposite of semen retention. Your biological purpose, the most basic purpose, is to have sex. If you want to deny yourself that purpose, that's totally fine. If you want to practice semen retention, that's totally fine. But when you look yourself in the mirror, just be really honest about the reflection of the man staring back at you. He's probably holding up a big sign that says, "You're a fucking geek. Please let me jerk off. I'm dying here. Please, let me release. Let me get a woman in my life. Please, I need one." And if you're not a geek, then you're more than welcome to work with me to actually bring high quality experiences with super high quality women into your life inside of my private coaching program, The Brotherhood. You'll see some of the results we've gotten for guys on screen here. I work personally with every single guy inside the program, so we accept less than 5% of applicants just for the interview process, and we accept even less than that for people who actually make it to the program. So if you're a geek, don't apply, because we're just not gonna let you in. If you're not the right fit, if you're not successful already, if you're not already doing well for yourself and on your purpose and on your mission, crushing it, it's not for you. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video, unless you're a geek. Sorry.